Keep It in the Culture at the Backstreet Museum Podcast. This is season 2, episode 3, and we got the world famous Charlie Brown, man, from Now Town, man. What's going on? Y'all give him a round of applause.
Woo! Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get into it, man. So, real quick, man, if you want to formally introduce yourself to the world, let them know who you is, where you coming from.
Well, world, I'm Charlie Brown from the Tree all my life since 3 years old. Grew up in this culture and neighborhood all of my life. I know everybody I think I should know that's in this culture, especially from this neighborhood. I love it with all my heart, and I'm serious about it.
Where that love come from, man? Like, at what point in your life, even at 3 years old, did you realize that I got love for this?
Well, I didn't understand it, I would say, exactly at 3, but when the band came, I knew I was jumping. From that age, I wanted to partake and follow the band and be with the music. I guess the love of the music and just the whole culture and the upbringing itself.
And what does the Tremay community mean to you, like growing up here, being a historical community? What does it mean to you?
Basically, everything. I mean, we have so much history. And for me, I've been around a lot of legends like Uncle Lionel, Benny Jones, Big Duck, and a host of others that, I was helped to be read by, and given a lot of information on how to be a man and understand this culture also.
And like just having those jewels passed down to you, like how did it impact your life coming up and you being able to pay it forward with other youngsters that you may come across?
Well, it impacted me in a lot of ways, to the point to whereas I wanted to start my own second line club, which is Tremay Sidewalk Steppers. But I had the Money Wasters here, I had the Do-Man Gang here, I had all kind of Sudan, different second line clubs that was before me. And I took a lot from them, and I wanted to be them really, so I started my own club, and so far so good.
And just being a leader in that way, what does like the social aid and pleasure club culture and its origins and what it stood for in the community, what that mean to you? What made you want to lean toward just branching out and doing your own thing in that way?
Because really I just feel like you can never get enough of people that's trying to uplift this culture itself. You know what I mean? And by me loving it the way I did, I wanted to bring another part to it, another social aid pleasure club that's willing to follow the rules and the tradition, and help it grow even more.
We appreciate your contribution in that way.
I appreciate the people that love us. I tell people this a lot, this is so true. The Tremay Sidewalk Steppers, we are right? But if not for the people who come out and support us and follow us and participate in this love and joy for this culture with us, we wouldn't be where we're at. So I say that to say I truly thank everyone and everybody and all the forefathers of the culture. I thank everybody for helping me, helping what's in store to me be a part of my life forever.
So growing up in Tremay, man, what is some of the things as a kid you seen coming up to make you want to just try to veer in the right direction? Growing up here in New Orleans, understanding the atmosphere, the environment, what are some of the things that made you decide that you want to better for yourself and, going in a positive direction, furthering the culture, bringing people out, to have a good time? Like, what did you find that in yourself to be more positive?
Like I found that in me. I mean, I had the love for it early on, but what I like to do is I'm trying to push it and keep it up there by following the steps of the people that did it before me. Some of these clubs or some people they're in it, right? But they're getting away from the tradition, the true meaning of it. You know what I'm saying? With second line. And I just want to make sure that we understand that part of it too, you know what I mean? that, you know, it's more than just putting on the clothes and second line, and we're supposed to be helpers of the neighborhood, keepers of the culture and such things as that. So my club, we used to do it pretty hard, I mean, ups and downs, but we used to give away school supplies to the school, and food drives and things like that. We had this guy on Blair and them, I'm trying to think of the name of it, they organized Dub, and they was in that with us big time too. So we was giving back to the community. You know, that's what this is supposed to be also, not just about the second line. And we got to bring not only that love for it and that understanding of the culture, but we have to physically, with little change, whatever it takes to donate and give, to, you know, keep it lit.
Support the community.
All the way.
Right. And with that being said, how, like, now that I'm hearing you talk about it, it's very important to you, that aspect of it, of community-based work and supporting the community, charity giveaways. So, like, do you feel like in a lot of cases within the culture, a lot of that is missing?
Yeah, somewhat, but I don't think it's being missed purposely. I mean, I think some of the people are so in the joy of it and trying to make it happen that they forget what it's truly about. You know, and maybe people like me and this documentation that you doing can help someone get back to it, so they can understand it better, know what part we should play in keeping this alive.
Right. And then the Treme community, like, where does the name Treme come from? I never really got the full just understanding.
Oh, now you embarrassed me.
No, I'm asking you, like, just explain to me where does the name Treme originate from? Like, where does it?
I don't know how to answer it in the way it should be answered, because I can't just pull out the whole meaning of the word by dictionary. I don't know how you want what about dictionary about
No, not by dictionary, but I think I was told it's a person. There was a person who had a lot of money or something, and he was able to donate to this community in a way to, like, he was able to build his own first black African American driven community in the nation.
Okay, I know about the first black African American, we being the first black neighborhood, but I've had some of what you just said, but I didn't quite get all of it.
Yeah.
But mind you, it's I know what you're talking about. I had 2 strokes in the aneurysm, so I forget a lot. I have forgotten some, but I know you're on the right track by you bringing it back out here.
There's several different stories too, because similar to what you're saying, Nick, I heard that it was the name Treme is a white slave owner who married an indigenous woman.
That's what you call it.
Yeah.
You know them that
Fleur-de-lis.
That's the bulk for your slave. That's what they
Yeah,
branded them with.
enslavement was branded. But I heard he was a white slave owner. Treme was the last name, and he married an indigenous woman.
Okay.
Now, I
That's
could be
right.
wrong as well.
I could be wrong as well. I know, so I won't be sound like you even know yourself. Yeah.
What do big organizations like the Jazz Fest, what role do they play in the sustainability of the culture?
Exploitation. You know, for real, because they use us to use our imagery and our whole culture itself, and they put it out there so hard, but we don't get that hard money. It's other people that gets all these money when we bleed this and we understand this and live this, so they making some dollars.
That being said, what are some ways you feel like we can come together as a culture to not do it how they do it in terms of the size they do it at, but just doing benefit concerts or gatherings where we have a specific message that we're trying to get the people to get on board with? That, like, do you feel like as a culture, all of us, no matter what crew you're coming from, no matter what area you're coming from, we could work to that point to where we can collaborate and cooperate together as one?
First of all, it's going to take unity. We need to unite and all be at one cause, aim at what we want to have done, how we want to have done in our way, our traditional way with our ideas and everything else, and get these big pocket people, these corporations to fund us some money to do this, but let us do it in our way without them having their input in it, and also let us reap some of the benefits, most of the benefits, so it can be donated back to the culture and the neighborhood. Because some of the people that's doing this, man, they do this out of love, but some of them can't even afford to do it really, but they'll put their last penny up to do it.
Sacrifice.
Yeah.
Right. Speaking of that, what is the amount of sacrifice you have lived through and noticed even in your contribution to the culture, coming up from a kid up until now, like how much of a sacrifice you, like, what are some situations where you like, damn, I'm between a rock and a hard place, but I'm gonna do what I gotta do to keep this culture going?
I mean, especially like from the beginning, man, I had to use a lot of my money, and it's another guy, my brother used to be with me too, Sean. I used to have to put up a lot of money to make it happen, I mean, out of my pocket money to make sure it happens. That was a lot. But my biggest contribution is the year I caught the 2 strokes and the aneurysm. Right, I was in the hospital for a month, and when I got out, the second line was fastly approaching. Long story short, I went out the second line and I could have killed myself. I was supposed to even be out there. Right, so that's my life, you can see, I sacrificed this. I wasn't even supposed to be out there, period. I was in the hospital for 30 days, I had 2 strokes and an aneurysm. A miracle. But about this culture, this second line thing, I came out here, live or die. Thank God I didn't die.
What are some of your favorite restaurants to hit up in the city? What do you like?
I haven't been doing them really, but with Willie Mays, I miss her. Haven't been going by. Heard there used to be 2 Sisters. That was another local restaurant, black owned and operated. Back in the days, we had Packer Jugs. A lot of people don't know what the Packer Jugs, Oyster House, things like that on Pitties, right there on Orleans Street. But that's the neighborhood ones, restaurants and bars and things like that there. So I really didn't have a favorite. I think my favorite was Willie Mays. She cooked some white beans, red beans, and with the veal. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So earlier you mentioned that you have a love for and passion for music.
Yeah.
What are some of your artists? Some of your favorite artists?
Sade, Stevie Wonder. I love music.
Right.
Period. All those kind of people.
That's beautiful. So, just switching gears a little bit, when it comes to the things that we can put in place to really, I guess, take the culture back, if you will, right? You know what I'm saying? Knowing that it's being exploited against, knowing that it's a lot of times they just want us to show up and perform, and, what are some of the things you feel like we could do as of now to start really put certain things?
If you feel you're being exploited, see, the exploitation is different from some people or the reason thereof, right? A lot of these social pleasure clubs, especially if they're trying to get out parade, hit the streets, some of them don't really have the money, so you got these organizations pitching and giving you this and that, but they want to have control of it. Now, if you can get these people to donate to help you without taking control of it and let you do what you can do your way, that'll be beneficial. But it's unlikely that happens. But for the most part, Tribute Sidewalk Steppers, we do. There's a grant or so here that they give out to help the parades, the second line. But for the most, we don't ask anybody for nothing. We try to do it ourselves completely. So for us, why we have complete control of it.
When did the Tribute Sidewalk Steppers get established? When did they established?
94.
1994?
Yeah.
Between 1994 and now, in terms of the city, the culture, what have changed that you could recognize and speak to?
That I can recognize about what?
About the change or shift in culture. From 1994 up until 2004, what that was?
It's the dedication and the true love and devotion to the culture itself. A lot of people just showing off. You know, they want to be a part of something big. You know what I mean? Sidewalk step because they got a big crowd. And, you know, I love them all. You know what I mean? That's giving that good energy out that I love. And I mean, you know, money be ruling things and material shit make things happen too, right? Some people are caught up more into how this or that look than what they bring it to the stage of the second line parade. Yeah, I like to look good, but it's important for me to dance and let that whatever be that day, let it come out and do what it do.
So it's more of like self-expression for me. Just a glisten.
Yeah, for me that's first, because literally I'm a different being when I hit the streets, man. And I'm serious.
Right. I seen you cut up a couple times.
I mean it.
Yeah.
You know,
It's like the Indians say, huh? It's that spirit take over.
yeah, it takes all the way over, bro.
Right.
Literally, I can't control myself.
What are your favorite? What are some of your favorite second line bands that you work with?
Rebirth.
Rebirth.
Yeah. Rebirth. What's wrong with me? All my rounds. Oh wow, they'll be mad with me. Rebirth, New Bird, all the bands that's mostly from around here, you know. Even the younger ones that came up under the Rebirth, what have you. We have quite a few little bands right out the neighborhood. The youngsters, they blow it too.
Yeah, man. So like, okay, so when it comes to the different shifts that we are seeing happen from a legal standpoint, legislation, with like August 1st being the beginning of what Chef Landry has listed out as his law that he come up with as governor. How do some of those laws, not saying that they affect you directly, but just having something to think about, like what's your feedback and your interpretation of something?
Time out on that. Actually, what's the new laws he's coming with?
Jeff Landry has just allowed August 1st, an 18-year-old to carry a firearm without a concealed weapon license. You know what I'm saying? Without a permit, you just carry a firearm, right? 18 years old, you get a gun and you carry. Probation and parole no longer being a part of sentencing, to where like that's not even on the table. Ain't no such thing as probation.
Good time.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, and just, I mean, it's all kind of different nuances and different things, and you know, it's really gonna impact us, people who are the poor and vulnerable, because of how it's structured. Like even it was doing legislative work to prevent 17-year-olds from being eligible to go down and go. Within 5 minutes, he took that down, and these people was working on that for like almost 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Get it passed, get it a bill, get it up there, and get it passed, and it got passed. And he came and like, after 10 years of work, he came in like 5 minutes, took it away. Now 17-year-olds, if you get sentenced to a lot of time, you can go down and go. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So like, these are some of the pressures that's coming with his administration, and you know, if there's any space of thought you want to add to it, coming from your era.
This is where I'll be with this here, man. I'm gonna make this short, you know. Most of the guns that's hurting us is us hurting us with those guns. So they're putting guns in everybody's hands like that, just at 18, you're not qualified. More of us don't get hurt. If we don't grab the young brothers and sisters and let them know you need to stop hurting us, because you put the gun on your hip, blah, 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 bang, 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 bang. Some people don't have time to stop and think, because you allow them to have a murder or a killing machine, or maybe something that can save your life, but depending on how you use it right there, right now when it's happening, it could be a tragic situation. It could be a situation where it may save somebody's life. And oh wow. It could be dangerous.
It's a conundrum.
Yes, it's a conundrum. Yeah, it is. Yeah, you know, you're damn if you do, damn you ain't,
right.
Depending on the situation.
Right. As you continue to just kind of spell on just this situation we in, with some of these new laws, and as you were saying.
like I said, damn if you do, damn if you don't. But I think somebody need to be some kind of literature, some kind of class, or some kind of information about control for that weapon, and on how to handle that weapon, and what kind of for whatever certain situations that make you don't have to grab that. Some kind of understanding need to be put out if they're going to do this. You know what I mean? It's not just you can have this on your hip. Having that on your hip might get you in jail for the rest of your life. Because if it's not warranted while you pull it to use it, they have a lot of cameras out here. So they go another brother or whomever going to put attention for murder another brother because he had that gun on his side that was just easy access.
So making that firearm more accessible is definitely a danger zone.
Very dangerous. I mean, they don't have time to think. You know, it's right there. What might not happen through madness? So I don't think it's a great idea.
What are coming up for you, like when you drawn to different social movements, whether it was the Black Panther Party, or they stood for the Civil Rights Movement, or they stood for like, did that ever capture your imagination? You felt?
Yes, I did it. Big Duck, man. I was reading about Big Duck. He rode with the Black Panthers and everything that has something to do with civil rights and Kennedys and all that. And he taught us that from day one we're going to Huntersville, so I was more than aware of my blackness, the Black Panthers, and the injustices that were doing to us as black people.
Right. Was there any like time you would speak to where you personally was affected or directly encountered some of the injustice?
I mean, a lot of times I done got punched by the police. I done got slammed on the car by the police, and it can go on and on, but I'm past that now, and thanks to people like him and others that help some of that stuff go away. It's gonna be around still, but there's people like him that sacrifice a lot for us to get the little we have.
And also, you coming out with the crew. What date y'all coming out this year?
February 2nd. They're having the Super Bowl here this year, so they made us change our date for February 2nd is going down. Right. We do what we want. They do what they can.
Right. And any social media outlets you want to let the people know where they can get in contact with y'all, follow y'all pages?
You gotta be like trip you out on. I have a website, but I don't even know the name of my website. My son's doing it for me, Debonair. But I'll get it back to the Queen, and I'll post something out. I don't do that too much, but my son does it for me. But we're gonna put information out about when it's gonna be and what we're gonna do, because we're gonna have a ball this year.
All right, man. And as we wrap up the interview, if there's any lasting words you'll leave the youth with, what would it be, just to inspire them and uplift the youth to the city of
Learn exactly who you are, not through the books of history by themselves, man. Search within yourself, try to know you first, because that'll make it easier for you to learn who other people are. Because when you don't know yourself, how you gonna know someone else? And be as good as you can be. Just try to do the right next thing.
There you have it, y'all. Give it up for the one and only Charlie Brown.
Thank you.